Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now the euro just giving up some nice dollars here, right? You've got a nice easy downtrend here on the hourly charts. It's broken down on the dailies, and this is what I got into yesterday. Took about 40 points off the table, just locking some cash ahead of the US CPI. But Prime Time Pro there, absolutely nailing the entry. You can see here where it topped out. You got resistance. You've got everything in play and it's breaking down. That was a bit of a no-brainer, right? So, but just have a look here. There's a key to this, right? Understanding the direction. Now, there's a breakdown in the German coalition, right? The government. And there are elections coming up in February. So that is going to just keep a bit of a downward vibe on the whole thing, right? They think there's going to be increased spending, lower rates. The DAX has already gone up, expecting lower rates and these sorts of things. So the overriding factor here, why euro is going down, is the key to sort of nailing the trade, right? And that just keeps a bit of downward pressure. And don't forget, we've got the euphoria of the Don still in the US as he's appointing all of his mates to various roles, government roles, most of them inexperienced, but why not get your mates on board? And that's where we are, right? And all the talk from Trump is how he loves Bitcoin. It's so good, so good. Anyway, if you just look at the major currency pairs on an hourly perspective, I don't see the dollar index, right? And this is the thing, right? Remain objective. The dollar is going up, and until otherwise, it's just going to keep going up. And that's the thing, right? Because most humans think, all right, this has got to be topping out. It's got to be topping out. Forget about that. Just go with the trend, right? Euro is down. Sterling, weak UK employment numbers. You jump into a trade there, you're kicking some dollars around, and the Aussie, like everything's really starting to look, getting close to sort of free fall action, right? That's where, you know what, there's no support levels around, there's no resistance on the dollar pairs. These things have just got room to move. And if the fundamental data goes that way, well, that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, let's just have a look here, see if we can match up some numbers here to go with what's going on. We've got the wage price index. Now, this is a key number for Australia with regards to inflation. If that number, of course, that thing just scrolls up as I do that. If that number comes out weak, it goes with the weaker Aussie, right? It may lead to the central bank into pushing them into a corner, although they are pretty steadfast on where rates are going. And the key numbers here today, like for the global markets, not just the US, for everyone, is the US CPI numbers, right? This is like the key number for the month, right? We've been waiting for the Fed to do different things. Now, the Fed are cutting rates. Let's not lose sight of that. They are on a cutting cycle, but we've got the key numbers here. Now, this is the one you want to be looking at, right? The CPI year on year. 2.6, the range 2.3 to 2.7, right? That's the numbers. So the prior number was 2.4. If we get stronger numbers here, like a 2.6 or above, okay, that's going to be a strong dollar and it goes with the current trend, right? If we got an inflation number that was below 2.3, say 2.2, well, it still confirms the Fed are cutting rates, but it might slow down the dollar on the top side, right? And that's what you want to be sort of looking at. Right now, if we look at the interest rate probabilities here, the Fed, the next meeting, 18th of December, they're going to cut by 0.25%, right? So that's where we are. Weaker numbers, that'll firm up to like 95%. And, it's all said and done from there. So just keep an eye on the US CPI numbers. We've got good trending markets. They may not look like things you can get into, but there's a way, okay? Get hold of Prime Time Pro and it will get you into the trade. All right, guys, that's it from me. Pretty nice conditions. The markets are pretty mellow. US election's gone. You wouldn't even know there was an conflict in the Middle East. And now it's back to the markets, right? And that's just on that as well, just to finish, oil falling here just goes with that strong dollar CAD, right? So the dollar pairs look strong. The dollar block, weak. Let's see how it goes from here. Good luck, guys. All the best. Cheerio.